Welcome back everyone, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer. Today we're going to be drawing a Carnotaurus skull. So get out your drawing equipment, whatever that is. I'm going to be using my Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil here, an eraser, and possibly this shading pencil, this graphite Faber-Castell. But yeah, I'm mostly going to be doing most of it with this Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil. So let's get started on the outline of this skull. Most of you guys know about Carnotaurus. If you have not, if you don't know about Carnotaurus, then you're missing out because this is one of the coolest dinosaurs in the dinosaur kingdom. One of the only dinosaurs that people have found skin imprints of, like actual skin impression fossils. It has like really bony, spiky skin, scaly skin. It has this really cool horn, and one of the coolest things about Carnotaurus is going to be in the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom movie, which I'm really looking forward to it. And I might be doing another drawing from Fallen Kingdom of the Carnotaurus. So be looking out for that video in the future. So right now we're just putting these cavities in the skull, basic outline. You don't want to press too hard with your pencil, because if you make a mistake, it'll be harder to erase. So yeah, the first thing we want to do is we're going to be working from left to right, and since I'm right-handed, it makes sense so I don't smudge. I know a lot of you who have experience in drawing, you'll know that smudging can ruin your drawing quite often. So yeah, let's start with the nose here. The nose is going to be really close to the front of the head. Let's just get this line, this curved line up. It connects right to the horn. Want to get that nice and refined so we don't have to erase it. Might even erase a little bit the nose there with our eraser. And for the front part right here, you want to sort of give it like a wrinkly look. Basically little seagulls, you know, when you're drawing like little seagulls flying across the ocean. That's basically what we want to do. Give it a nice wrinkly look. Now we're going to put the nose in. So the big thing when drawing a skeleton or skull is the shading. That's what's going to make your drawing look very cool. When you're drawing like an accurate or a fleshed out dinosaur, the thing that makes it look cool is the scales. But in this case, it's all about the shading, nothing else. So once you have the basic shape, looks like a upside down teardrop. Once you have the basic shape, you want to start putting a little bit of shading in. Basically shade right about this area here. It's already looking a little bit more three-dimensional. Someone today asked me about my art. They're like, how do you know which angle to have the light come from? And I say, usually I have it come from like above or from one angle. I know sometimes it's really weird, like a few times people have like a picture with the light coming from below, but that's quite unusual, not very natural. So I almost never draw light coming from below or from, well, it depends. I can have it coming from either side or from above. I think the best angle is like a angle from the top corner of the page. It's my favorite angle to do shadows from. So you want to get this nice jawline. It's got a nice curve to it. We're going to actually be, before we do any more shading, I want to get the whole place penciled out so we don't make any mistakes later. So we want to get this cavity right. I basically have a line that starts here, curve it down, curve it to connect here to the nose cavity, then go down here, have that line connect there. Then we're going to have another line coming from here. It's going to curve down and end right there. So basically from this line to the front is where all the teeth are going to be, but no teeth to the right of that line. So this little section in front of the eye is also going to have a line going through it. And there's also we have to be able to show the other side, I guess, of the skull. So this is going to be all shaded in. I'll do that a little bit later. And then we want to get this eye socket shaded in. Not really shaded in, we want to get it outlined. It's going to have a line going up from here. So these are all the different parts of the skull. It's like this area right here. It's called the jugal. It ends right about here. So this section is the jugal, and it's a very important part of a skull because from that part of the skull, a scientist can determine pretty accurately the size of the entire skull, no matter which theropod carnivorous dinosaur it is. So we have this line curve here. I used to know, like by memory, all the different parts of the skull of a theropod dinosaur, but I haven't looked at it in a while. But I can point out like a few parts of it. I used to do a lot more skulls and scientifically accurate drawings than I've been doing lately on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to be trying to get into more scientific dinosaur drawings in the future. So if you have any dinosaurs you'd like me to draw accurately, please comment below on which dinosaur you'd like me to do a skeleton on, because that's really like what I call the most accurate dinosaur drawing, is just drawing the skeleton, because that's all we have. We do not know at all, well, sort of, I guess, but we don't really know what it looked like at all in real life. I know some people say feathers, others scales and stuff, but the most accurate, or the way that you can draw a dinosaur and not really get any hate comments from people, a lot of people say that's not accurate, it had feathers or different things, for example. But when you're drawing a skeleton, if you did a good job drawing it at least, then people cannot say it's inaccurate, because I'm drawing exactly what we found of Carnotaurus. So it's got like this little knob up there, and right here we're going to have the infamous horn. You guys probably already know what Carnotaurus translated from Latin and Greek to English means, like meat-eating bull or flesh-eating bull or something like that. Obviously it's called the bull because of this horn. Very distinct horn. Unlike, like, Allosaurus has a little crest, like a little knob that's sort of like a horn, but not an actual horn. It's like actually part of the skull. But Carnotaurus does have a horn. Very unique. Another cool dinosaur I need to do a realistic video on is Cryolophosaurus. Very cool theropod dinosaur found in Antarctica. We're just going to be doing these little lines on the bottom of the mouth here. Cryolophosaurus, found in Antarctica, has these really cool frills on the front of its head. I think I've done one time-lapse drawing of Cryolophosaurus. That was a while back. It was like when I first started my channel. So let's get all these little wrinkly marks, I guess, where all the teeth are going to be, basically. So that's where all the teeth are going to be. We might as well put in the teeth right now. Let's put the teeth in. So basically each little section here is going to have a different tooth. Unless, of course, a tooth fell out of the mouth of the Carnotaurus. So the larger knobs are going to have larger teeth. But of course, once a tooth falls out of a dinosaur, it gets replaced by a new tooth. So it could be like a new tooth would be coming in like right here, and it's not filled in the entire area where the old tooth was. People have found like T-Rexes with a little tooth pushing out a large one. So there is scientific proof that dinosaurs actually like shedded their teeth, basically. So let's put in the bottom jaw here before we get into the shading. Shading is going to be the funnest part, because we'll see our drawing come alive, basically. Like, that's how people do 3D art. they do some like folding of the paper and stuff, but really it just takes good shading to make a drawing look 3D. So erase there. We're gonna put some detail into this bottom jaw. The bottom jaw of Carnotaurus is quite short. I mean, the whole skull is quite a short skull, like a lot of the other dinosaurs, like raptors, have narrower, more lizard bird-like skulls. But this is very unique. The Carnotaurus. And if you've seen its arms, Carnotaurus has like the smallest arms of any dinosaur. I mean, maybe a few of its relative, like Allosaurus, Rajasaurus, Majungasaurus, they all had equally short arms as Carnotaurus. That's because they're all from the Abelisaur family tree, along with Abelisaurus, which has short arms. They all have really short arms, like that. They make T-Rex's arms look massive. And they have 4 fingers too, which is kind of a weird feature. So right here, this is a cavity. I'm just going to leave it open. This would be like a weak spot, I guess, in the bottom jaw. So we're going to be doing the same thing we did at the top there. We're going to have the little knobs here with basically the roots of the teeth. Some scientists have speculated that Carnotaurus was a scavenger because of the short arms and jaw. But others say it could have hunted smaller dinosaurs. Probably not, like, couldn't really hunt a large sauropod type thing. Carnotaurus is from Argentina, along with a bunch of big dinosaurs there. Argentinosaurus, currently the heaviest dinosaur found. Giganotosaurus, the largest meat eater ever found. Maybe Spinosaurus is longer, but not as heavy. I don't know how you weigh the dinosaurs, but according to what I've read in scientific papers. So yeah, Argentina has a lot of big dinosaurs for Carnotaurus to compete with. Like Mapasaurus, which is basically the equivalent of a Giganotosaurus. Very large, fierce meat eater. Saltosaurus, it's another big sauropod. It's from Argentina. So Argentina has a very cool family of dinosaurs. So yeah, now we have the basic outline finished. It's looking very cool. Now all we need to do is start the shading. So I might bring in my other pencil for certain parts, my shading pencil. So we're gonna get the dark spots first, then we start going lighter. This shading pencil is not really that dark, a little darker than the mechanical pencil. The reason I like it is because it has like a wider tip than this very thin mechanical pencil tip. So this is a dark spot, you want to have that colored in first. Also up here, I want to have this area colored in nicely. Not really colored in, shaded in, because we're not using any colors. Like so. Nicely colored. Color in this little area here. I know if someone commented for me to do a Carnotaurus skeleton, so I may do that in the future, but not the near future. I've already done Carnotaurus so many times. I've done Carnotaurus from Jurassic World game, done a Carnotaurus head from the Fallen Kingdom. Actually did 2 Fallen Kingdom Carnotaurus drawings. No, 3 if you count the Rexy standing over the Carnotaurus. So it's 3 from Fallen Kingdom. I did Carnotaurus from the Disney movie Dinosaur. But it was not that was not really a good tutorial. I might have to redo that someday. Then I'm doing this one. So I've drawn like a lot of dinosaurs, but there's still a few that I haven't even drawn, like a lot of plant eaters I haven't done Brachiosaurus. I haven't done Argentinosaurus. We were just talking about that one. I really haven't done a lot of plant eaters. Mostly because people haven't commented for them. That's the main reason. I feel like the meat eaters are a lot more popular. I mean, I like drawing the meat eaters a lot more than the plant eaters. But it depends. I like a few plant eaters like Triceratops. The long-necked dinosaurs are a little bit boring to draw because they're just so massive. You just basically have to do a lot of scales and a lot of wrinkles and stuff. So right now we're shading the bottom part of the mouth here. I'm really gonna start with the front here. I should be color or shading in the front first, because I know I'm gonna smear as I get near the back. I have to erase a bit here, the outline. So I want to have a little bit of sort of like a knobbly feel up here, because in fleshed out, this Carnotaurus would have like spikes and stuff all over it. I feel like in the New Fallen Kingdom, they've made Carnotaurus look quite realistic. It looks like a lot like how I would imagine the real thing. So I'm really happy they've done a good job with that. A few people were really sad. They commented this on my video that Carnotaurus was killed so fast, but I'm sure it's going to show up a lot more in Jurassic World. That was not the only Carnotaurus. It's quite obvious because you see a few of them running when the volcano was going off. So I bet they're going to show up later in the movie. If not, that'll be sad. But we have the Indoraptors to look forward to. Yeah, they're going to be the ones that's going to scare everyone. The Indoraptors. I think a raptor or an Indominus Rex the size of a raptor, and that's a real nightmare. I should do another Indominus Rex from Jurassic World the game, or a realistic Indominus, because I haven't done one of those. A realistic Indominus drawing. I know that Jurassic World's already sort of long gone. I mean, a lot of people are not like looking at YouTube videos on how to draw Indominus Rex nowadays. But I still might do it, just for the sake of the few people out there who still want me to do Indominus Rex. I'm definitely going to do an Indominus Rex head from Jurassic World the game. So be looking out for that video in the near future. Also, I'm preparing trying to think of, I have several ideas for what I'm going to do for my 3,000 subscriber special. We're so close to getting to 3,000 subscribers, so I really need to decide quickly on what I'm going to be drawing for that. I know I really didn't do a good job for the 2,000 subscriber special. It was like a 6-part video, but I was hoping to glue them all together using the YouTube editor, but that's no longer around. So I'm planning to get a video editor in the future. So that'll be fun. Once I can make lots of different effects on my videos. I mean, I guess with the drawing tutorial you really don't need extra stuff, but maybe like add some music while I'm talking. I'm not sure if you guys would like that, or if it would be too distracting, because you might want to be listening to your own music instead. So yeah, there's lots of things to decide. I know, I know for a fact that most of you guys have watched Beanie Draws, and he does like his stuff on using a tablet. So I'm probably not going to be doing any digital art, because I love using pencils and I hate drawing on tablets or on computers. I'm really bad at it, and it's not as fun. You can't really like, I don't know. It's like it's hard for me to like erase using a tablet or something. And there's like that little, that extra, and when you're using a pencil, I feel like I can be more free with my drawings. I know like the tablet, you can use one of those tablet pencils, whatever they're called, to draw with, but they don't feel the same. And yeah, the paper feels different also than a tablet or iPad or whatever. But yeah, I've actually seen a lot of cool digital drawings on my dinosaur community. So it's not that everyone can't enjoy using a tablet. I guess if you're on like an airplane or a train or something, a tablet could be more useful than carrying pencils and sharpening them. But in that case, I would just use my mechanical pencil. I feel like I'm famous for my mechanical pencil because I don't know anyone else who has the same pencil. Same mechanical pencil. I know a few of you guys have commented that you got the pencil. But I've never, no one's ever advertised it as a drawing pencil. That's what I use it for. I just got one for like my birthday a few years back. I was like, this is a really nice pencil for drawing. I was originally I was using it for school. I still use it for school purposes, like math or writing. Well, I mostly do writing on the computer, but yeah, it's a really nice drawing pencil. Even though I'm using this one instead of the mechanical pencil right now, I'm just using this one because it's got a wider surface. The mechanical pencil has a very fine tip. But again, that's all up to me. I could buy a size up, like a 0.7. This one's a 0.5 graphite. So I could go 0.7. I'm not sure how fine they get. I think that's one of the finest. Any finer and it would like break really easily. So I'm going to shade this area. For the shading, I can't really explain how I do it. Like some people have said, can you do a video on how to shade? I mean, once I get really good at it, I might be able to show you guys how to shade. But right now, it's just like I just do it. See a drawing with shadows, I just draw the shadows. So yeah, I know people might think that you have to know how to do it because you do it, and it's true. Like I just look at the shadows. Like even in a real life situation, I see a box. One side of it's dark, the other side's half a shade lighter, and the other part's quite bright. So I just draw what I see. That's basically what you have to do. And squinting your eyes can help a lot. That's my best tip to you. And I've said this before in my other videos, but for all of those of you who haven't watched all my other videos, that's the best technique to use when looking at something and when you're trying to shade it. So then we're going to put some shadows in here. Shade the bottom here. Now this is looking very realistic. If you guys would like to see more skull/skeleton drawings in the future, please comment below. I know we just did a Mosasaurus skeleton drawing. That was quite fun. And the tail was a little short. I know a few people commented about that. I do realize that I did draw a little too short. So I'll try to be more accurate in the future with my skeletal drawings. So right now we're going to be putting shading right here. With the mechanical pencil, when you're shading, the most helpful thing to do is just like cross-hatching, which is going in two different directions basically. And it'll give it a nice look. But with that thick pencil, you don't really need to do that. mechanical pencil's definitely got like a sharper feel to it, which is why I like it. So yeah, we're almost done. We forgot to draw these teeth. Put them in. One trick when drawing teeth is never make them all the same size unless you're drawing like a, let's see, what's one dinosaur that has teeth all the same length. I don't know, like a Coelophysis or something like. Raptors have this, the teeth usually look around the same size. But yeah, usually make them like every other is a small, then large, small, large, or just mix it up however you feel like it. Just make it look natural and organic. Whatever, the last thing you want is a man-made drawing or something that doesn't look really that accurate. That's why I feel like it would be really hard for the people who animate the dinosaurs in the Jurassic movies. Like how to make them look as natural as possible. Putting a little bit of shading here in the teeth, and then we'll be done with this drawing. So yeah, I normally sign right here in the bottom. So I'm gonna put 3 Ds today. For Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, I'm gonna put 2018. Don't bother to put the month in. I guess you could. It's up to you. And yeah, please share this video. And I'll thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, whichever one that is. Please click subscribe right here. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.